So, Sarah, are they doing better on immigration than on budget?
They are doing, it seems, a little bit better on immigration. They are very quiet about it. I mean, considering the fact that this bill is just weeks from coming out, there have been surprisingly few leaks, and there's even not that much media presence around these senators. I mean, it's a group of 8 senators. They're now meeting basically
from both parties.
From both parties, right? They're basically meeting every day they're in town. So say 3 times a week, they hole up in one of the members' offices and they kind of hash out the details. The staff for them are meeting almost every day to say, okay, we came to this agreement the day before, let's hammer out the legislative language so we kind of can be writing the bill as we go. I think that there are still some really difficult points for them, and the senators are partly being so careful because they know that if one part falls apart, it could unravel so many other aspects of this, and they're all just really nervous. I mean, a lot of them were here for 2007 when it blew up in their faces.
And is the White House playing a role, or are they just watching and trying to fan the flames?
I think the White House is trying to stay in the background a little bit. I'm sure you all remember the White House their bill leaked on immigration, and you had Marco Rubio going off the rails, and a lot of that is spectacle, right? Republicans have to be furious about that. But in the background, I mean, the White House was kind of getting in touch with these people and saying, look, that wasn't us. You know, we're going to give you some space. In the State of the Union, the president said, I'm going to leave it up to the senators. Essentially, you know, I support what they're doing.
Our economy is stronger when we harness the talents and ingenuity of striving, hopeful immigrants. The time has come to pass comprehensive immigration reform. Now's the time to do it.
So I think that he is giving them a little bit of breathing room, but I mean, on the back of that, there's also a threat. If you don't get this done,
can anything happen on immigration as long as all these sides are squabbling on these fiscal issues, or is that just sucking all the oxygen out of Obama's agenda?
All the members of this group think immigration can happen, but I think it's a fair question.
Maybe it's providing a smokescreen, though, right? I mean, maybe if you have everyone fighting over the budget, then these other guys can go hide in the corner of the Capitol and maybe negotiate.
What do you think is the hardest issue or two for them to resolve?
I think definitely the hardest issue is what do you do with people who aren't here yet but who might want to come here in the future and work. That's where the Chamber of Commerce and the AFL-CIO are involved, and they just, I mean, they've been kind of gridlocked on this issue. They hammer out a couple points and then they get stuck in a couple other areas.
Is the guest worker program?
Yeah, it's essentially a guest worker program, but how do you recraft that for the future? But the other issue is, you know, you have 11 million people who are living here right now who are undocumented. Who of those people deserves to be on this path to legal status and who doesn't? I mean, is it 3 misdemeanors? Is it, you know, is it a DUI that disqualifies you? Is it if you came here a year ago? Is it if you came here 5 years ago? I mean, just because they all agree that, yes, we're going to have a path to citizenship doesn't mean that one of these issues couldn't blow the whole thing up.